So today I'm going to talk about intolerances and why they sort of seem to suddenly appear out of nowhere. It's actually not the case. It's been building up over time. And food intolerances can present in many different ways. It could be rashes around the mouth. You could have like rashes on your skin, usually where there's creases, back of the knees, in the elbows. They could be bloating. They could be wetting the bed. That's a good story for another day, actually. The difference between an intolerance and an allergy is an intolerance is a build-up over time, and an allergy is like an instant response. So we hear of those when we do our first aid where they need the anaphylactic EpiPens to get adrenaline to help reduce the allergic reaction. Usually that's blocking of airways, swollen lips and airways. So that's an allergy, but intolerances build up over time, and then they sort of, people tend to say, oh, I don't know why all of a sudden I can't eat X, Y, and Z. Now there's a couple of things I want to say about this. One is the cycle of gut health usually is a bit of a catch-22. You have stress coming in through your environment, through your senses into your brain to be processed. And there is a big nerve that runs from the base of the spine out to where you go to the toilet. And it's called the vagus nerve, and it innervates all your digestive system. And stress can make your gut microbiome be out of balance. And that your microbiome is the flora or the bacteria in your intestines that create a healthy environment for you to absorb nutrients, your immune system, and also, interestingly, most of your neurotransmitters are made in your gut and they feed back up to your brain. So you can think clearly, right? So chicken or the egg, you tell me. And we have stress, it can affect our gut. But if our gut's not happy, then it can affect how we're thinking and our mental health as well. So that's the first thing. So now going back to the intolerance itself, we have, say we eat, I'm going to choose the classic wheat intolerance. This is one because bread is so highly processed and highly manufactured, meaning that from seed to store happens at a really quick process, meaning they need to use lots of different chemicals, which doesn't really agree with the body because it's not really food, and the body has to work really hard to detoxify the chemicals that are in different foods. So the more highly processed the food, the harder the body has to work. Now, let's switch tack quickly and say you banged your thumb every single day and you didn't change what you were doing. You woke up and you banged your thumb. You carried on your day. The next morning, you woke up, you banged your thumb, you carried on your day. You didn't do anything differently. Eventually, your thumb's going to get very red, very bruised, possibly bleed. There will be lots of symptoms around this thumb. And if you don't change it, it's going to start hurting and it's going to really start affecting your day. So effectively, what's happening with your food is when you start, when you're eating something that your body is struggling to process, and you don't realize or listen to the symptoms, whether that's rash in your eczema, psoriasis, bloating, gas. Look, honestly, there's so many symptoms that result of an intolerance. But if you're not listening to the symptoms and you keep eating that food, eventually the body is going to end up like that bruised thumb, right? It's going to be screaming at you, stop eating this food, and the symptoms will get worse. So as I'm always saying in all of my posts, listen to your body, listen to your symptoms. Your body is telling you what is right and what is wrong. And when you ignore it, the symptoms get louder. Want to know more? You know how to find me.